Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. And welcome back to another reaction from a band called Artisan with their song Goodbye. Now, I've never heard of this band, and it's requested by a fellow commenter, big homie Steve. Man, this one's for you. We're
Nice.
both big thrash
Hey,
metal
Steve.
fans. And my brother actually here is a huge thrash metal fan as well. You kept, just like this guy, Venya, who was so insistent on me checking this song out.
Really?
Because he knows how much I like thrash.
Wait, am I wrong to say that both you and I pretty much regard thrash metal as our
Favorite?
first, and then everything else?
Mine is favorite to this day.
Yeah.
So let's see. I know it's probably a fusion of things because I don't think there's a pure thrash metal band because that'd be a little bit archaic.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be some kind of fusion. Looks science fiction based.
Yeah, I don't have any expectations, but based on the beautiful, beautiful artwork, shout out to the artist, my only expectation will be it needs to be as epic as this cover.
Hopefully.
Let's do it.
Let's see what we got here.
Almost over. Is there anybody here? Do it fall on deaf ears. I can feel I'm moving on. And
I don't know where this is going yet.
I don't know where this is going yet. I honestly don't have a feeling left or right yet.
Yeah, I'm keeping an open mind.
I'm keeping an open mind, but we got black and thrash. We got a
Yeah, it's definitely a fusion. It's obviously not pure thrash metal. He's trying to do something with it. It's experimental. It's boring on several subgenres of metal.
I'm feeling some black and thrash ideas with some very kind of offbeat things going on.
I got a little of atheist going on in there. Not comparing the bands, but like a little bit of even death metal.
That kind
vibe.
of experimental progression.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
my regrets, I'll take the on. Keep your life and don't you fear. When you think I won't be here. Goodbye, goodbye. The shadows are coming. Don't wanna die with this hate inside. Can't be sent back if I fail this time. I'm alone, but I don't want to cause you pain when I move on. But is there anybody here? Do what's fall on deaf ears.
This is not going to be an easy song to digest.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost unfair to judge this band from one listen.
100%. Why though?
Well, first of all, the production, I can't tell if it's our headphones or just the budget and production for this band. I felt like the choices in the production could have been
Really?
more impactful.
I'm not hearing it. I'm hearing everything is where it should be. For
No,
me.
but I would prefer a different production. But that aside, we're talking from a musical standpoint. There's a lot going on, and I feel like whoever created this music had, again, a particular vision, and I hear obvious skills and understanding how to write a song, but at the same time, I'm not immediately connecting with it.
You're reading my mind once again. So I think this song will require, for me personally, several listens before I even like really sit down and critique it, because obviously it's done by somebody who knows how to write music. They're obviously well versed in different metal genres. The musicianship itself, the performance, the instruments are all there. The vocals are nice.
Yes.
Right? But there's a certain type of bands, not this one, guys, but just follow me here. There's a certain type of bands that come from a place of experience and knowledge, but they just don't put together songs that work, that mesh together. Because sometimes you know they get experimental, they get really fancy, like what is happening here, trying to play up and down with the tempos and changing down the vocal range and doing this and that. Sometimes you're trying to squeeze so much into a song that some people will appreciate and adore it, but for me, it just doesn't combine well together, because sometimes less is more. Obviously, that's not the intention of this song. He's going for that finesse, but where it's leading, I don't think it's an easy answer. You can't just listen to the song twice and completely discard. It's like, no, it's not for me. Or say, yes, I'm completely in love with it. It demands your attention and patience with it.
And perhaps a full album listen.
Yes, 100%.
I felt a feeling of Atheist and the band Vector. From Vector. The reason I bring those two bands as an example is because both of those bands took me multiple listens, like 5 to 10 times, before I could even appreciate what was going on. Right now, on a logical level, I can tell you that this is impressive.
Yeah.
But on an emotional level, I can't say I dislike it. I can't say I'm literally like, like balance scales who can't balance. I'm somewhere there right now.
Yeah, I follow you.
The bass.
That's a beautiful part.
I feel like this band, unfortunately, and I'm saying this completely from a positive place, they are never going to be the biggest band in the world for one reason. It's because there's this niche sound that requires so much. Like when I listen to Amorphous, when I listen to a lot of these Finnish melodic death metal bands, which will have their progressions and intricacies, they have this accessibility that's easier to get into.
And they have a very distinct signature sound that you can't mistaken for anything else.
Whereas with this band, it sounds unique. It doesn't sound like many things I can point to, but there's so much going on. And it's almost like a musician's band.
That's a good point.
Another musician be like, wow, that it's really nice, some of your vocal styles.
That's a great point.
But for a casual listener, I'd be like, I want something else, and they might dismiss it. I don't think this has accessibility. It doesn't diminish its merit, but I don't think it has accessibility.
I feel slightly differently. I think that again, I'm not ready to criticize it and say whether everything that is in this song is too much or too little. Because you know what? Remember what I said in the beginning of the song, and I made a comment about the artwork.
Yeah.
The sound is true to the art. It is just as complex. There's just as many moving pieces there, and I have to be a little bit dispassionate here. It's an awkward thing to say because it is a reaction video. We're talking about our impression, our opinions. But here, I want to be fair and I want to be considerate and I want to appreciate definitely the level of talent that went into this song. I'm not taking the bite just yet. I will listen to this song over and over. But for me personally, there's just a lot of things are happening there. And I disagree with you. It doesn't seem to stand out for me. Again, nothing to discredit the band, to say anything bad about it. It just sounds like it's an experimentation in several sounds, which sound like ideas pulled from several different bands put together. But I'm not here, this band, even though it's just one album in. Maybe sometimes it takes for a band several albums to find that impact, to find that voice that is not uncomparable to anything else. But up to this point, you're listening great, like you said, musicianship. It's something that musicians can appreciate. But I'm trying to sift through it and say like, ooh, oh my God, I haven't heard this before. And I see where the ideas are going. Yeah, I'm attached to this band now. I want to check it out. It's just not popping off for me. I don't know why.
Do you feel like all the elements in here belong, or you feel like something's out of place?
That's the answer I can't give you because, again, I'm no musical critic or expert. I just run with my impression of it. And for me, it's not, and I have heard bands like this one.
Yeah.
I can't name them on top of my head, but which are clearly experienced musically. But there's just so many ideas put into this thing. Like it's a salad with too many ingredients.
That I can agree with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse yet. Because
yeah.
I haven't, like you said, taken the bite yet. But I
do like the second part of the song better than the first because I seem like all that playfulness in the sound finds its footing, and they're saying, "Well, this is what this band is about."
Because it's like there's like 3 or 4 different vocal styles.
Yeah,
there's like
then there's a bass comes in, and we're back heavy riffing. It's like, what's going on here?
And for me, honestly, I mentioned again the production is not doing it, and I'm
fine with the production.
I'm not gonna fault them for that because I'm sure it's self-produced.
Yeah,
and there's only so much you can do with self-production. You don't have the fancy big equipment and a big producer doing everything. So that's not something I'm going to fault them for. God, we've listened to 80s bands with shitty production and we love their music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this band hasn't settled into what they really want to be yet.
Perhaps it's that. If somebody asks me today, Ben, have you heard this band? I said, yes, I heard one song. Would you recommend it to me? I would 100% say yes.
Yeah.
Because I have to divorce my biased opinion for something. It's something I do on my Star Wars channel, right? Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's bad. I just had recently a conversation, which I constantly have with my podcast guests about Star Wars prequels. And you have to separate the fact of the quality of the film versus what it makes you feel. Quality could be amazing. The Last Jedi, it's a well put together film. Arguably, obviously, it's all coming from a place of biased opinion, but some people might not like it. This song, if I can be as unbiased as I can, it's a well-made song. Do I like it? I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Yeah.
I come away with the same feeling. And again, it can possibly change because I had the same feeling for numerous bands that I now love. And some of them I call one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it's
Did you like the vocalist?
I did, and I didn't, and I did. It's just, it's like...
She's interesting.
It's difficult. It's difficult. There's a lot going on in his noodle, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's not a person who just like sat down, scribbled some notes together, and just said, "Let's just put some shit out."
Yeah.
It feels like he put some time into what he felt was worthwhile music. I just don't know if it's particularly for me yet.
Yeah. And sometimes you guys have to understand, right, that it could be a brand new band with one album in, but it could be a 20-year veteran behind this band who knows the industry inside and out. What I want to wish to the Artisan guys, it's like what you're doing here has a lot of weight there, and it has a lot of audience waiting for it. And I'm personally excited to see what this band will grow into 2 or 3 albums in. Maybe I will turn around and I'll say, "Oh my God, I just didn't understand what these guys were doing."
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's the same way. For me, you've heard me say this, Vinya, in personal conversations together, but for just to see somebody doing something that they love and they put that kind of energy into it, it's already you're going to cheer them on, even if you don't like it.
Yeah, I support this band.
Okay. And on that note, for anybody who most likely doesn't know this band that's checking out this video, how did you feel about the song? How were all the elements for you on all the things that we've addressed? I would love to hear your opinion as well.
Yeah. Do you like guys like simple songs, or do you like more complex songs?
And just about this song in general.
Yeah.
And that being said, guys, also enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there and keep it metal.